Okay, let's answer this question 4 on algebra. Okay, so there's 4 questions. There's 4.1, 4.2, or 4.3, no 4.4. It's all algebra, right? We have a simultaneous equation for the first one, slash quadratic equation. You'll understand why it is slash quadratic equation, because this simultaneous, it turns into a quadratic equation at the later stage. But if we talk bigger, this is also a exponential equation because of some of the expressions are raised to my exponents. Yes, and then 4.2 we have amanyama equations we are solving for x, and then we have an identity la where we have to prove the left hand side and the right hand side. Then for the last one, it's the quadratic inequality. Let's tackle the first one. So 4.1, that is 2 4y plus 3x equal to 2 raised to exponent 50. We can perhaps call this equation 1. Okay, we can call this equation 1, but what we have to do is to actually drop the exponents. So 4y plus 3x equal to 50. We can call this equation 1a, right? As long as our variables were to my exponents, we cannot solve the x and the y. We have to bring down the exponents by making use of this idea of exponential equations. I have same basis, I'm just gonna drop the exponents. Alright, so let's have another equation, the x squared plus y squared equal to 100. Let's call this equation 2. So we're gonna 2 equations, 1a no 2. So what we can do is actually to find a third equation. That third equation is that equation, so we substitute into one of the 2 equations and work out one variable. So the third equation is calculated by making one variable the subject of the formula. So I'm going to take 1a. I'm going to take equation 1a and let's make x the subject of the formula. We take this 4y plus 3x equal to 50. Let's make x the subject of the formula. So we're going to have a 50 minus 4y divide by 3. We cancel. So after cancelling, x that is equal to 50 minus 4y. Let's call this equation number 3. Then we substitute this third equation into equation number 2. This simply means that where there's x in the second equation, I'm going to substitute the 50 minus 4y. So this is my equation, x squared plus y squared equal to 100. Where there's x, I'm going to substitute 50 minus 4y. Open bracket, a. Wait, it's divided by 3. Then it's equal to 50 minus 4y over 3. Let's close that bracket. Go by plus y squared equal to 100. We simplify again. We're going to simplify. So we're going to 50 minus 4y close bracket squared divided by 9. So this squared, it's going to be raised to the numerator and then again raised to the denominator. Okay, then we're going to have a plus y squared equal to 100. Multiply everything by 9, since 9 is the LCD in this case. So we're going to have 50 minus 4y squared plus 9y squared equal to 900. For how many marks? 5 marks. Yeah, no pap equation in gaga. Alright, so then we're gonna create 2 brackets and FOIL, right? So we're gonna 50 times 50, that that is 2500. 2500. Then 750 multiplied by the 40, multiplied by the 40, and then cd times 2, 400. Remember, I'm foiling at this time. At this, did I say 40? Oh, okay, my bad. It's supposed to be 50 times 4 times 2. It's 400, not 4,000. It's 400 y, and then go over plus a 16y squared plus 9y squared equal to 900. Then 16 plus 9, that's 25 y squared minus 400y plus 2500 minus 900 is equal to so this part you obtain it by creating two brackets and foiling them, then ngathola that trinomial. We continue okay. Then we continue. See, we are city. Let's divide by the 25. So 400 divided by 25, meaning that I'm taking out to 25 as a common. Oh, wait. Let's work this out first. So it's 25y squared minus 400y plus minus 900. That's 1600 equal to 0. Then we say divide everything by 25. Then 400 divided by 25, 16 y plus 1006 divided by 25, that's 64 equal to 0. Then we must simplify this thing. This is a trinomial. It's either you use your quadratic equation, you get your answers, but I'm going to use the factoring method. In this case, it's going to be minus 8 no y minus 8 equal to equal to 0. So y is equal to 8. This is the first y. All right, this is the first y, and then another y is y equal to 8. So unabu 8 by 2, which is positive 8. So you just gonna use one solution, the y equal to 8. Anyway, I have fun. All right, let's calculate x. The x is we calculator by substituting into the third equation. So the x is equal to 50. I'm substituting y into this equation. 50 minus 4 in y is equal to 8 divided by 3. 50 minus 4 times 8 divided by 3. The answer is x equal to 6. There goes your 5 marks. Alright, that's our simultaneous equation. Let me hide it. And then you 4.2.1. 4.2.1. So it's this equation. This equation, it's a zero factor law equation. In a two yama brackets multiplying each other, that's equal to 0. In order to simplify this or solve for this, I would have to take the first bracket 1 over 3x equated to 0, and then the other bracket I'm gonna do the same. You're gonna third root of x minus 3 equal to 0. Divide on 1 over 3, divide on 1 over 3, cancel. X is equal to just 0. This is the first solution. And then so one third the root of x equal to 3. Then you tata a cube and raise everything by a cube. Then this you cancel out that in salano x equal to 3 raised to exponent 3. That's 27. This is my answer for 4.2.1. The next equation. Okay. All right. So minus 1 over 2x minus 3 minus x minus 5 over 3 equal to 0. There's different ways of approaching this problem. The first one would be to take one of the fractions, we transpose it to the right hand side. After doing that, basically we cross multiply. Or you can leave it like this, and then uthola LCD, basically solve again, right? And then you take that LCD and multiply each and every term in the equation. But I'm gonna opt for this option, taking one of the fractions and transposing it to the right hand side. So you have 1 or negative 1 over 2x minus 3 equal to, we take this along with its sign and transpose it to the right hand side. You have our x minus 5 over 3. It's no longer negative but positive on the right hand side. Then what do we do next? We cross multiply. 3 times negative 1, that's negative 3, equal to x minus 5, this, multiplied by 2x minus 3, this. I'm cross multiplying. Then we will have to FOIL. This times that, that's 2x squared. That times this, it's 3x. Let times Lena, that's going to be a minus 10x. This times this, that's a plus 15. Then negative 3 equal to 2x squared minus 13x plus 1, 5. Then 0 ngala. Go 2x squared minus 13x plus 1, 5 plus 3. 0 is equal to 2x squared minus 13x. 15 plus 3, that's 18. That's 18. So I think for this one we'll have to use a quadratic equation. A is equal to 2, B is equal to negative 13, C is equal to 18. Then uthatha your coefficients, your ABCs. 3, where there's A ufaka 2, where there's B ufaka negative 1, 3, where there's C ufaka 18, and then you calculate. You're gonna get your first solution as 9 over 2, or the other one is about 2. Then it's gonna be 2. You have two solutions for this equation, right? Two solutions for this equation. So, or you can get the LCD. After finding LCD, you multiply here, you multiply here, you multiply here. Then you simplify. You should get to the same solution, right? We should be getting to the same solution. Now, 4.3, it's on our fractions, right? It's our fractions. Look at 4.3. Show that the left hand side is equal to the right hand side. It means that we have to take the left hand side. The left hand side has, it can be simplified further. So let's simplify it and see if we do get to the or something similar to the right hand side. Yeah? So we take the left hand side, we simplify. Left hand side, it's 1 over 1 minus a over b divided by 1 over 1 minus b over a. Okay, so we simplify the denominators because I have a fraction subtracting a number. So that's 1 over b times 1, that's b, minus a divided by b. Divide by. We're going to do the tip and times once we are done simplifying on each side. So we have 1 over, lana we simplify, we take this, okay, we just say divide by 1. Divide by 1. Then sisebenzisa the butterfly method where we say this 1 times that a, b times that 1, and then the b times this 1. That is how I ended up with this. I do the same. When I 1 times b, a times 1, it's a. 1 times b, that's minus b. Divided by a times 1, that's a. Equal to, then we're going to have this 1 over b minus a over b. Then we do it tip and times. We change. Okay, you know what? Let's back up a little bit. Let's back up. Okay, let's do it tip and times for this fraction first. And do another tip and times for this fraction first. Fraction 1, let's do tip and times. Fraction 2, let's do tip and times. So for fraction 1, the tip and times is going to be b over b minus a. Tip and times. Ngithatha this, ngiyisa phezulu. Ngithathe this, ngibeke ngaphansi. Then I multiply with that one. I end up with this. Divided by, I do the same, give out a over a minus b. Equal to. Now let's do it tip and times between these two fractions. So that's going to be b over b minus a, tip and times, about a minus b over a, equal to, right? Equal to. This somewhat looks the same as this, right? But the problem is, lama variables, they do not have the same signs. A u negative here, but a u positive lapha. This is an indication yokuthi you need to apply what we call a sign change rule. We can apply the sign change rule here so that we get the variables to have the same signs. So now it's going to be b over open bracket, negative open bracket a minus b. This is what we call it tip and times. I need multiplied by a minus b over a. This gets cancelled by that. Then it's no minus b over a. This is our answer. And it's the same as the right hand side. This is our final conclusion, right? Now last one, in a quadratic inequality, we have a quadratic inequality. We have this 3x squared minus 4 over a negative 2 greater than minus 4. Greater than minus 4. You know, there's a rule with inequality signs. An inequality sign always changes whenever you multiply by a negative number or you divide by a negative number. So I don't want to work or I don't want to solve this equation. Meanwhile, there's a fraction, right? Meanwhile, there's a fraction. So I need to get the LCD for this equation, which is negative 2. Tata the LCD, you multiply both the left hand side as well as the right hand side. I'm going to multiply by negative 2, which is the LCD. It's the only denominator, so that is the fraction, the LCD. So minus 2 here. Minus 2 times this fraction, this negative 2 gets cancelled by that. Solid 3x squared minus 4. This times that gives me positive 8. But the inequality sign changes its direction because we multiplied by a negative value. Bring this 8 over the side. Then go about minus 4 minus 8 less than 0. Then go about 3x cubed minus 12 less than 0. And then 3 is a common factor, so let's take it out. Minus 4 less than 0. Take the 3 and divide with it. x squared, not cubed, but x squared minus 4 less than 0. Then you get our factors. Then you get your factors. So you're going to x minus 2, x plus 2 less than 0. You cannot simplify this. You cannot simplify this. Why? Because of this 3x squared minus 12. There are no factors for that. So that is why I ended up taking out 3 as a common factor. Take it out. See if you can't get any factors, or can't you factorize that. It turns out you can by after taking out the 3. Then so you're going to see these, the critical values, as x equal to 2 or x equal to negative 2. So these are the critical values. So there's 3 methods for simplifying, but I'm going to use the graphical method. 9. As long as a, the coefficient of x squared, is always positive, your graph is going to point upward like this. It's going to point upward like this. It's going to point upward like this. It's going to point upward like this. Now, x equal to 2 is this. X minus 2. We start with the negative value, or the smallest value, which is negative 2 in this case. Then it's another bigger one, which is 2 in this case. Now, the inequality sign says less than. It means that our solution is going to lie below the x-axis. So my solution is underneath the x-axis. Where's the x-axis? It's the horizontal line. Alright? It's the horizontal line. So this is my shaded part highlighting the solution. So it means that the solution is going to be negative 2 less than x less than 2. They did mention we should leave our answer in interval notation. Interval notation is going to be this: x element of negative 2 excluded. That oval bracket says excluded. 2 positive 2 excluded. This is our solution for question 4. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like nangabe you enjoy it. Let's talk in the comment section if you have any questions. As one on the next one. Peace.